Hey, this is Kelly Short and Queer, and I thought that I would do a little zine reading for one of these videos. So I'm going to be reading a little piece from Short and Queer number 4, which had come out in 2004, I think. And this story is called Without Beards. And just timing-wise, this is when I first came out as transgender, before I started transitioning, and so I did not have a beard at that time. One of my best allies is a 4-year-old in Chicago. Wilder's mom outed me as trans to explain why I wanted to be called he. I don't know what this conversation actually sounded like, but Allison told me that Wilder was having a hard time with it. She doesn't like boys, but she likes me. It wasn't an easy jump for her to make. The first time I saw Wilder after being out, she took my hand and led me from the kitchen to the couch in the living room. With a pained expression, she asked, "Why do you have to be a boy now?" I tried to explain that it felt more comfortable that way, that it doesn't change who I am. The conversation was cut short when some other people walked into the room and Wilder clammed up. For a while, Wilder pleaded with me to be a girl again. It was an exhausting conversation to have, but I was relieved that she never insisted that I was a girl, just that she wanted me to be one. One night while babysitting her, Wilder was sprawled out on her bed next to where I was sitting. When she started walking her bare feet up and down my belly and chest, I started to get uncomfortable. Right when I was about to move, I noticed her face. She was carefully sizing up my body and clearly thinking hard. I just hoped that my new binder was delivering the message I wanted her to receive. She took a moment, looked in my eyes, and then told me, "I think that you're a boy." I wondered if that was a simplistic way to allow her to assess my gender, but if that's what it took for her to wrap her mind around it, so be it. Another day, Wilder and I were playing Goldilocks and the Three Bears in my house. She wanted to switch roles and declared me to be Mama Bear. I told her matter-of-factly that I didn't want to be Mama Bear. She protested at first, then gave in. "You can be Brother Bear," and the playing continued. We ran around for a bit until we heard my roommate Dave walking up the steps from the basement. Wilder dragged me into the tent that was set up in my living room. She looked me in the eye and said, very seriously, "This is only for girls. And boys. Without beards." I could see her thought process, and it was awesome to watch her catch herself. My favorite thing about Wilder is that she isn't controlled by the social stigma that keeps most adults from confronting each other. There were times when some friends and I would be hanging out, and a new person would be with us for the first time. That person would inevitably call me she, and the rest of us, including me, would look nervously at our shoes or each other. And that's when Wilder would pipe in, "He!" A small argument would ensue, and the older of the two would look around for validation that they were smarter than a 4-year-old. That's when we'd all sheepishly mumble that Wilder was right. If she wasn't there, I wonder how many times we'd just let it slide. I often have a hard time defining exactly what I want allies to do. The best ones know exactly what to do without asking. I just hope that Wilder knows how awesome she is.